Hello friends I made this for. My name is Lauren, and today I'm going to be doing a quick poll, collective poll, specifically around the Mercury retrograde that is happening right now, and for the majority of February it's going to be retrograde. So Mercury is retrograde in Aquarius. Of course, if you've been with me, you know I like to look at the tarot through astrology through the tarot. And so when we talk about Aquarius, we also talk about the energies and how we can connect to the tarot card, the star. So if you've seen my videos before, you already know that the star is one of my favorites. And the star has also got a lot of medicine for us this coming year, as it is the sign that a lot of conjunction is happening in this month into next. We have so many planets in Aquarius right now. And that's just kind of one of the big themes. So if you are interested in deepening your connection with Aquarius, I would deepen your connection with the star, take it out of your tarot deck, and meditate with it, live with it. Really see how this spirit is embodied for you. And so I'm going to be pulling some cards. One card from the Inquire Within deck, which is not a tarot deck. It's just a deck of cards with great affirmations on them. It's an oracle deck. And then the Smith-Waite tarot deck, because it's a good fucking classic. So I'm going to start with basic questions again. This is a collective poll, and it's going to be pretty quick. But this collective poll, for whatever sort of lessons might be supportive for you, might be supportive for others, and take it with a grain of salt, because it is just a collective poll around one astrological thing at the moment. So how this shows up for you is, of course, going to be unique to you. But with that said, thank you for being here. Thank you for wanting to click on this video and please call. So I'm going to start with the tarot. Connecting to the planet Mercury, planet of connection. What are we being called to slow down and listen in? That's my question. What are we being called to slow down and listen into? So what are we being called to slow down and listen into? The card that I pulled for that was the Hangman, or the Hanged Person. So this month is going to be a big releasing control. Well, let me rephrase that. This month with the Mercury and retrograde in Aquarius, there's a lot of need to release control. So just to make that super clear, this is around Mercury, so this is around how we are gathering our energy, or well, our information, how we're dispersing that information, how we're communicating to others, how we travel short term. A big need with this Mercury retrograde is to release certain levels of control. If I'm taking this for what it is, and I'm saying that this is a lesson or a reflection to not put your eggs in one basket, to release certain expectations that might be unhealthy. And with that expectation, perhaps expectations around how we view ourselves and others. What else? Where can we release control? I'm going to pull another card for that. Where can we release control? So 10 of Cups. Release control around where we see as the emotional fulfillment that we think is most best for us, most best. Where do you think your goals are, and are they actually what you want? If this is the ideal, if this is where you want to be when Jesus comes back, is it really? And is it actually for your benefit? Looking at different places for our emotional well-being, maybe it's not in talking to people that we think have our best interests and then finding out that they don't have the same interests or they don't have the same belief system as us. So this is also ruled by Neptune. This is a good lesson to maybe connect with some Neptunian energy, to be refocusing ourselves on, okay, what are our dreams really entail? And maybe the expectation around what our dreams look like, this being the expectations. For being asked to let go, a 10 of cups specifically, it might be the finish line is not what we think it is. It's not going to be what we think it is. So in regards to Mercury in retrograde, this pull says to me that the ideology has to shift. Our expectations emotionally have to shift, as communication is going to be broken down or a little bit trickier. Maybe we're looking back at relationships with rose-tinted glasses and saying, oh, you know, that was my expectation. I think I want that again. Don't text your ex. Release control. You don't know the answers right now. You're not going to know the answers. You might want to sign some paperwork and put money down on something big. And this might be a response that being you have to wait longer because the thing we're waiting for might not actually be what it appears. So that's the collective reading from the Smith-Waite Tarot. Now, inquire within. What is a mantra, or what are some words? It's something that we can use to support us as we release our expectations. As we release the expectations and our ideals around what real emotional fulfillment looks like. Because again, the Ten of Cups, big emotional fulfillment. It can be supportive to us. Practice. This can be an important word for you this month as you are traveling through the majority of this month with Mercury in retrograde. Practice. So what can that mean? Practice can mean that we have to practice emotional release, emotional discipline. We have to practice things differently. We have to practice release. We have to practice finding our own emotional fulfillment. We have to practice being with ourselves and resourceful upon ourselves, because again, Mercury, we're talking about Mercury retrograde in Aquarius. Mercury retrograde in Aquarius, so that's going to be, Mercury is ruled or connected to the Magician. Aquarius is the star. So pull out those two cards for yourself and maybe think about what practice are we bringing in to support ourselves as we relinquish control and ideals of what is really emotionally fulfilling to make space for something that is truly of our highest good and service to ourselves. Practice. Practice mindfulness. Practice release. Practice calm. Practice self-love. What does that mean for you? That's going to look different for you. But in this group therapy of sorts that we just had, practice is coming through as the tool to help us release ideologies around what is emotional fulfillment so we can truly step into a place of relinquishing control and seeing where we go next. So with that said, thank you so much for joining me. If you feel called, please make sure to leave a comment below if you have any reflections on this group poll, or perhaps you just want to reach out to me personally and work one-on-one as a client. Also, really cool idea. You can reach me at my website, subnormalchild.com, but of course, as always, I'll be putting out these little videos at least once a week, if not every other week, to give you some astrological insights and reflection. But with that said, have a beautiful Mercury in retrograde. I really hope you are taking care of yourself. Don't text your ex. Until next time, have a lovely rest of your day. Bye!